Hello everybody. Today's video will contain a mixture of information that I've received from various subscribers, and I just want to say thank you so much to them. You are really helping me out. Having a day job, I just do not get to absolutely everything, and sitting on the other side of the world contributes to the fact that I do not get to all the British newspapers, Australian or New Zealand magazines and papers. So by you guys sending it to me, I'm making more leeway than I've ever done before. I just want to thank you all for your email, your contributions. If I haven't thanked you in person via email, I'm doing so again now. And to Pam and Pam specifically, thank you so much. Alright, so before we get into the business of the day, we're going to have a little look at Harry and Meghan's Zoom calls and virtual speeches, and in particular, once again, at their hand gestures. Now, this first part will be done a little bit tongue-in-cheek, nothing serious. We're not going to take their heads for this or anything like that. It's just a little bit of useless information and a bit of laughing at these two dimwits. Anyway, so in Meghan's one Zoom call, where she was talking about George Floyd, she crossed her hands just below her neck and she was all dramatic, etc., etc. Anyway, and then later on in Harry's virtual speech for the annual Diana Awards, we see him doing something similar, clutching his heart with crossed hands, etc., etc., except that poor Harry did the gesture at the completely wrong moment. So obviously it didn't come from the heart. It wasn't a natural gesture, but something he was told to do by Meghan. Okay, so where does this gesture come from? Well, it originates from the Albanian flag. Yes, people. It's a gesture used by a number of people, sports people, even the Pope, and even David Bowie years and years ago. I mean, I'm sure there are some of you on this channel who do not really even know who David Bowie is. But he was a major pop star when I was much, much younger. Anyway, so I've added the photographs of these guys using this Albanian double eagle gesture, because that is what it's called. And it's sort of just a loyalty sign that originated in Albania. And what does it mean? Nothing really. Like I said, it's just a simple patriotic gesture based on the Albanian flag's double-headed eagle. However, now the woke is turning it into other things. For instance, the symbol of freedom. Okay, all right, fine, let them. Two things though. If Meghan meant the gesture to show sincerity, she was to use it lower down and cover her heart. Meghan, do you know where your heart is, my dear? Because the way you used it, it looks as if you're trying to strangle yourself. And poor old Harry. Harry, if you meant it as a gesture of sincerity, you at least know where your heart is. However, my dear, it should be used when you say things like, and I sincerely feel, and not when you are saying things like, and you guys. When you talk about you guys or you people, you actually gesture outward, Harry, and you point at the people you are talking to. You used the gesture, my dear man, in the right place, but in the wrong context. Okay, so like I said, that is just a piece of useless information about the Albanian double eagle gesture. And now on to the business of the day. Now, one of my subscribers, whom I thanked profusely in the beginning of this video, actually sent me this article, and it's one I've missed. And it concerns once again our ongoing argument with regards to Meghan's age. Now, this article, I think it appeared in the Daily Mail, if I'm correct. I cut the top off, so I don't remember. But in any event, it's about the doctor who delivered Meghan. Now, the article appeared on the 7th of May, 2019, and the heading reads, "Two babies born worlds apart, doctor reveals how he delivered Meghan in a shabby Los Angeles hospital 37 years before yesterday's royal birth." Okay, then Meghan was born in West Park Hospital, which was demolished 20 years ago. Dr. Martin delivered Meghan at 4:46 a.m. on August the 4th, 1981. Now that's wonderful. Hallelujah, very good for him. Good doctor. Anyway, so here comes the clincher. The doctor cannot remember Meghan's birth, having delivered 2,000 babies. But he says he's honoured to have delivered a duchess. So his name appears on Meghan's birth certificate, so obviously he was the doctor who delivered it, or if she had gone and paid for a new birth certificate, maybe he delivered one of her babies and she just happened to remember his name, because he surely cannot remember having delivered her. Obviously, at the time she wasn't rich or famous, and it's highly unlikely that he would specifically remember her. Anyway, then let's go a bit further down. Let me look for it. In those days, that's in 1981, Dr. Martin was a recently qualified gynecologist working at the hospital. So being a hospital doctor, not in private practice, it's highly likely he could not remember Meghan specifically. However, it sort of bothers me. However, there's more than just him not being able to remember delivering Meghan that bothers me a little. Because it says that he is now in private practice. Today he runs his private practice from a clinic on the opposite side of the road. Dr. Martin, now 69, was the clinician the Markles came to see when Doria fell pregnant. Now, I don't know in the United States how old a doctor would be more or less when he qualifies as a gynecologist obstetrician. But in my country, they would be definitely older than 30. They would be about 35, 37. And that is just because of the number of practical years and additional study they need to do. So I would like to hear from you guys as to exactly how old, more or less, a guy would have to be to qualify, or would be, when he qualifies as a gynecologist obstetrician. That would be very interesting, because if Meghan is 39 now, then it means he must have delivered her 39 years ago, which made him 30 at the time when he delivered her, which in my opinion is a bit young to be an obstetrician gynecologist. Anyway, I'd like to hear from you guys, so just please leave your comments in the comment section. I would like to just make sure about that detail. Anyway, at the bottom it says, it was in the small hours of August the 4th, 1981, that Dr. Martin was called to West Park's maternity wing where he delivered their baby, a strikingly gorgeous girl with shiny eyes and wispy curls. Now, if Dr. Martin cannot remember delivering Meghan, where did this strikingly gorgeous girl with shiny eyes and wispy curls come from? Is that a bit of artistic license that the journalist put in? Or is it again just hype? I would like to hear your comments and your opinion in the comment section below. Now, the next tidbit also comes from a subscriber, and I thank her for that. I don't know how many of you guys actually know who Dali Rotier is. She's a woman who was convicted and sentenced to death for the murder of her 5-year-old son Damon in 1996. She was also charged with capital murder in the death of her 6-year-old son Devon, who died on the same day. So that in a nutshell is who Dali Rotier is, and she's still in jail today. I read that there is a review pending on this case this year, so we'll just keep an eye out on that if and when we have the time. In any event, my subscribers sent me a sample of Dali's handwriting, and it is absolutely amazing to see how similar it is to Meghan's handwriting. Now, that's just a tidbit. I'm not going to go into the whole handwriting analysis spiel once again, but yeah, if any of you believe that our characters come through in our handwriting and our speech, our body language, etc., then of course you're welcome to compare Meghan's handwriting to that of Dali Rotier and come to your own conclusions. Well, that is it from me for today. Next time we are going to be talking about the $130,000 that Meghan and Harry donated to CamFed and my opinion on that, among a number of other things. So I thank you once again for being here. Take good care of yourselves. I apologize for my birdies. It's raining outside. I can either wait for the rain to stop or just push through and tape this narrative. I decided to push through and tape the narrative. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.